There's a growing trend amongst travelers around the world. Many are choosing to stay in people's homes rather than a traditional hotel or even a bed and breakfast. The problem is those folks that are renting out their houses for those short-term stays, they don't know that they're breaking the law.
Because I'm not a bed and breakfast. I have a space for someone to stay.
Esther Jacobson says renting out the small cottage in the back of her home doesn't make her a lot of money. It's something that she loves to do for people who can't afford an upscale hotel, but want a nice place to stay.
As far as breaking any rules or regulations or codes, no, I was not aware of them, and I did research prior to opening my doors. Quite nice up here.
Esther calls the 900-square-foot home Lofty Hill Loft, and she advertises on the website called Airbnb, a popular site that lets homeowners rent out rooms, condos, and spaces like this to anyone traveling to their city.
I haven't had any trouble at all finding people, and as far as hurting other businesses, I can't imagine that could be actually correct.
It was Mr. Roberts' room.
No one could disagree with that more than Mary Moltke, owner of the Roberts Bed and Breakfast in Brown's Addition. She says websites like Airbnb are killing her business, and places like Lofty Hill Loft are breaking the law.
And you know, when I did my original business plan, I wasn't anticipating 110 plus illegal competition.
In the city of Spokane, you must have a license to operate a facility where guests stay less than 30 days. Those rules apply to single-family and two-family residential homes. The only exceptions in a residential area are bed and breakfast or reuse of historical homes. If you do operate a B&B, there are strict guidelines for safety, fire codes, and food handling. Esther Jacobson's home is neither, but she doesn't claim to run a bed and breakfast.
The information that I received was that I was doing everything I had to do.
Many have blamed Airbnb for using people like Esther to get around city codes by blurring the lines between what's allowed and what's a violation. The company issued this statement to KREM 2 News. We send hosts 1099 forms to help ensure they pay income tax and are committed to working with local officials around the world to set forth clear laws that allow regular people to rent out their homes while giving back to the city that makes it possible. But those words offer little comfort to Mary Moltke, who says her business is disappearing along with her web presence.
I would embrace the competition as long as it was on a level playing field, as long as they had to go through what I've had to go through.
And everyone has their niche, and there's room for everybody. That's how I feel.
A new business thriving as an old one fights to stay alive. There's no telling how much tax dollars that this is costing the city of Spokane. So far, there's been about a dozen complaints about people renting out their home illegally. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Mike Gonzalez, KREM 2 News.